race for the La Liga title boils down to the final day and only 2 teams remain, and it's going to be in Madrid. Will it be Real? Will it be Atlético? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again on the British show today. We take a look at match day number, what is it? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's the final day of the bloody season, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new to the channel, where the heck are you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to keep you hanging today with all things La Liga related, Blackburn Rovers related, Euro 2020 related. That's right, boys and girls, we're going to be switching gears and focus on Euro 2020 after the conclusion of this game. So make sure you stick around for that content as well. But of course, it all boils down to this. It's the final day. Win and you're in for Atletico Madrid. Of course, a draw opens up the door for Real Madrid. We'll take a look at all of that in just a second. A big shout out to the VIPs. Who are they? They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support. Without you, this channel would be shit. I need the motivation. You guys add that motivation. Realistically, I'd like to try and get those patrons back up again. My end of the year goal was 50. We've gone backwards. So I don't know why we're going backwards, because the content and the value of the Patreon right now doesn't appear to be worth it. But that's going to change, of course, hoping for a new season, new way to do the predictioning, which will free up a lot more time to focus on improving the Patreon to make it much more worth your while. But if you do feel like you want to go out and go that extra mile and become the latest member of the gang and show your support for the channel, that's the best way to do it. Also, check out the Discord as well. Good chance for you to chat amongst guys. I've actually got quite a few video ideas from chatting with the guys as well, so I do appreciate that. There is the link on the screen and also in the description as well. It's free to enter, so jump in there and have a little go. So anyway, we're going to get jumping the deep end now to the final day. Barcelona, no more. Of course, they're already looking at replacing Koeman. What a shit show that's been. The whole appointment's been shit. And realistically, I think I did tip Real Madrid to win the title at the start of the season. But I don't want them. I want Atletico Madrid. I am the underdog, and they have been the underdog despite leading the title race for a good part of the season. Just because of the Super League business and the way they've conducted themselves, Real Madrid. They're very arrogant, very cocky, and I think this will be a good slap in the chops for them if they lose this, even though they're not in the driving seat at the moment. Anyway, let's kick forward and have a little look at it then, shall we? Of course, kicking all off with the game against Alavés up against Granada. 6-goal thriller on that one, giving Granada the win, 4-2 in the end. Goals from Pierre Pons on the score sheet, Joselu, Ruben Duarte, and Luis Rogera on the score sheet for the Alavés. Jorge Molina and Antonio Puertas giving the goals for Granada in a 4-2 win, though, for Alavés. Meanwhile, Bilbao against Real Madrid, of course, 1-0 win for Madrid. Nacho on the score sheet with Raul Garcia getting himself sent off for Bilbao. Keeps Real Madrid in the mix. As for Atletico Madrid, though, they left it late. Goodness gracious me, did they leave it late. 75-minute goal from Osasuna from Ante Boudma, giving them the lead before Renan Lodi levelled for Atletico Madrid. Luis Suarez popped up with the 88th minute. Bobby Dazzler, 2-1 win in the end for Real Madrid to keep them in the hunt. Meanwhile, Barcelona fluffed their lines against Celta Vigo. Difficult game it was. It was always a difficult game. Santi Mina with a brace. Lionel Messi also got a goal for Barcelona to open up the lead. Clement Lenglet got himself sent off to make matters even worse, and that's when they scored the goal. So, yeah, game over for Barcelona. Meanwhile, Betis up against Huesca. 1-0 win for Betis as well, with Borja Iglesias on the score with Dani Escrida to get himself sent off for Huesca, and it could be a valuable loss for them. Getafe up against Levante. 2-1 win for Getafe. Carlos Elenia. Tafias Kubo on the score with David Timor get himself sent off. Gonzalo Morello got a goal for Levante in a 2-1 win for Getafe. 1-0 win for me. Meanwhile, Cádiz against Elche was a 3-1 win for Elche. They look like they might be sticking around. Pierre Mila on the score with Diego Gonzalez. Fidel as well on the score for Elche. Jose Mari got himself sent off for Cádiz in a 3-1 loss. Meanwhile, Sociedad smashed at Villarreal. 4-1 win. Alexander Isic with a brace. David Silva and then Genevieve on the score sheet with, of course, Sociedad. Roberto Jimenez got himself sent off for Valladolid, and Marcos de Sousa got himself a goal in the end to make it a little bit sweeter for them. And Valencia did beat Eibar 4-1 in the end. Where's that been? Gonzalo Guedes on the score sheet with a brace. Carlos Soler is also with a brace. Brian Gill getting the goal score sheet for Eibar. And finally, Villarreal smashed past Sevilla with a 4-0 win. Carlos Bacca with a hat-trick. Where's that been? Jerome Mourinho as well. Diego Carlos got himself sent off for Sevilla as well. We'll take a look at the situation in the table in just 1 second. Of course, let's take a look at your picks then, shall we? Cooking off with Iron Stringer, you did bits. Over Askerville, not too bad either. Well done. Yannick Seifert also did good. Shane O'Donnell did absolutely fabulous. Philip 77 also did bits. Yannick Buster also did great. Alex Miller not too shabby. Of course, Vincent did bits. Magic Monday, I think he's the champion already, so we already know about that. Well done to you. Of course, Jonathan Liu, not too bad. Of course, OG24, not too bad either. And Camion Tran also did bits. Did I miss any ones there? No, I didn't. I'm saying I did shite. Well done to you. Well done. Of course, Game Child did bits. Hansworth, not too shabby. Of course, Barcelona also did great. And Nana Game also did great. Costas K, he's okay. Ryan C, not too bad. Of course, James PCFC, okay. You did good as well. Of course, let's take a look at the tables. Of course, I do finish about bottom this week, but don't even look at it, mate. Of course, your kingpin this week is Ryan C with 7. A respectable, incredible 7, of course, and the chasing back with 6. But Margie Monday is, of course, Champiano. Cannot be caught. He is the champion. No matter what everyone else says, we got to roll with the punches. Of course, he will be champion, and I'll talk to you about the prize and how we're going to get that to you over the next couple of weeks. Of course, the back end of this week, I'm going to be on the road into next week, and having a bit of a decompress before a rather hectic June. Of course, we've got Euro 2020 to think about, Copa America as well, and I'm going back to work, studies. I've got a whole lots of shit going on. But anyway, this is the table. Of course, 2 points separate Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Of course, Barcelona are out. In fact, Barcelona have got their own race on their hands, of course, to finish it in third. Of course, Sevilla would love to finish it in third as well. I'd love to see it as well. Anyway, Sociedad into 5th right now, and of course, they've also got a battle on their hands to keep in that 5th spot with Betis and Villarreal breathing down their necks. As to the foot of the table, Eibar look just about down, but of course, they could get themselves out of a Huesca just for the instance are out of the relegation zone. Elche and Valladolid also still in the hunt. So realistically, oh my goodness, Getafe are safe. It's oh goodness gracious me. Is any one of those 4 teams are going to go down? Am I surprised? Yeah, I'm just looking at that. I'm pleased for Cádiz. I'm pleased for Osasuna. Second season syndrome did good for themselves there. But yeah, I would have loved to see Getafe or Alavés go down. No disrespect to those clubs, but Huesca, Elche, Valladolid, and Eibar were always pissing in the wind. So it's been a tough all season for them. So anyway, it looks like I'd love to see Huesca get out of it, or Elche. If I'm honest with you, but one of them looks like they might get out of it. Anyway, let's take a look at the last round of matches then, shall we? Kick it all off with Levante against Cádiz. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Let's go. Place of the last 6 teams for Levante, 1 win for Cádiz, 3 draws, of course, last round in Levante. Was a 2-1 win for Scrap. That was a 0-0 draw in the second division back in November 2016. Also, this season in Cádiz was a 2-2 draw back in Jan. Levante, though, conceded at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches. Levante, though, failed to win the last 7 heading into this. Coming into this, of course, 2 teams in pretty shitty form. Back-to-back defeats for Cádiz, losing to Osasuna and Elche. On the flip side, Levante coming to this 4 defeats in the past 6 games. In fact, without a win in 6 as well. Both of these 2 sides, though, are safe as houses. I look at the odds on this one, taking place on Friday as well, which is weird. All the other games seem to be playing a different match day. About 4-3 on is your Levante. 14-5 is your draw, 10-3 is your long shots. That's Cádiz. Cádiz are actually in 12th right now. A win for them, they can move up to 9th. Wow. As for Levante, they're 14th. A win for them, they can move up to 12th as well on this one. 2-0 win for Levante on this one to end the season strongly and maybe move above Cádiz. That's right in the table. Next, of course, Celta Vigo up against Betis. This is a bit of a derby, this bad boy. Played each other the last 6. I will tell you. Where is it? There it is, of course, Celta Vigo. Played each other the last 6. 1 win for Celta Vigo, 3 for Betis, of course, 2 draws. Last round in Celta Vigo was a 1-1 draw back in July 2020. Zorio Fadal on the score for Betis. Nodito getting the goals for Celta Vigo as well. Also, this is in Betis was a 2-1 win for Betis. Sergio Canales with a brace, Santimina as well. Betis though drawing the last 4 away matches. Celta Vigo actually won the last 5 heading into this. So 2 teams in solid form. Of course, Betis unbeaten the last 6, picking up 4 draws though in those last 6 games, winning 5 on the spin though for Celta Vigo heading into this. So yeah, good game ahead. If I was watching any of the games, it would be that one. Of course, you still keep an eye on the Madrid and the Madrid situation, who will be the champions, but that game sounds like a banger. 23-10 is your Celta Vigo, 21-10 is your Real Betis, and 40-5 is your draw. It's also reflected to that in the bookies, of course. Celta Vigo are in 8th. A win for them, they could close it in on 7th, but of course Real Betis are in 6th. A win for them, they could finish it in 5th. Fantastic season for Real Betis, back to where they should be. Of course, 2 win for Real Betis in the end. Eibar up against Barcelona, of course, means nothing, absolutely nothing. But of course, just pride on the line. Of course, a win for Barcelona will keep them in 3rd. A defeat or draw will probably open up the floodgates for maybe Sevilla to nick it. Anyway, played on the last 6 performances of Barcelona, nothing for Eibar, and 2 draws. Last round in Eibar was a 3-0 win for Barcelona back in October 2019 with Antoine Griezmann, Messi, and Suarez on the score sheet. They also played this season. It was a 1-1 draw back in December. Of course, Barcelona could score at least 2 goals in 10 last 11 away matches heading into this. Eibar, they're failing to win 18 last 20 matches in the La Liga. Of course, Barcelona Barcelona undefeated in 12 of the last 13 on the road. They came into this though, Eibar just one defeat the past 4 games, one defeat was against Valencia. Meanwhile, just one win in the past 5 games for Barcelona. That was against Valencia as well. Goodness gracious me, Valencia in the headlines. Barcelona 80-50-8 on for the Richie 4-1 is your Eibar, 40-50-4 is your draw. Of course, Eibar are rooted. They need a win. They need a win and they need snookers to get themselves out of it. The win against Barcelona will be just the treat. Of course, Barcelona are third, and win for them in third will keep them in third. They'll get a win here as well. 3-0 win over Eibar. Unfortunately, that makes them third. Of course, Granada up against Getafe in the battle of the G's. Of course, not a good season for Getafe. Granada, though, okay, middle of the road. Any pleasure the last 6 4-1s. Granada 1 for Getafe and 1 draw last round for Granada in Granada. Was a 2-1 win for Granada. Denjay Dengumbi with a big for OG. Carlos Fernandez as well with a winner. David Timor getting the goals for Getafe as well. They also played this season in Getafe. It was a 1-0 win for Granada. Getafe, though, have actually lost 8 of the last 10 matches on the road. Granada, though, losing the last 4 matches, both home and away. So 2 teams in absolute shit form. 2 wins in the past 5 games and 2 wins in the past 6 games, sorry. For Getafe, just 1 win and 6 for Granada. That was against Barcelona, though, quite a few games back now. Look at the bookies odds in the battle of the G's. 29-20 is your Granada, and 90-10 is your Getafe. 23-10 is your draw. Of course, Getafe in 60th. They're safe as houses now. Win for them, they can move up to 14th. Granada in 10th. The win for them, they can move up to 9th. No European football next season, of course, unless they get some other sneaky way. But I see them ending the season with a 2-1 win over Getafe. Huesca up against Valencia. Must win for Huesca, of course. Played to the last 6. It's actually last 3. 2 wins for Valencia, nothing for Huesca, and 1 draw last round in Huesca. It was a 6-2 win for Valencia back in May 2019. Daniel Was, Rodrigo Santimina with a brace, Xavier Exeba with a big for OG, and Rodrigo getting another goal as well. Gonzalo Manelio and Alex Gilian scoring for Huesca in an 8-goal thriller going in favour of Valencia. They also this season in Valencia was a 1-1 draw back in September. Valencia, though, losing 6 of the last 7 away matches heading into this. In fact, they came to this just 2 wins, winning twice in the past 3 games. As for Huesca, winning twice in the past 4 games, of course. So 2 teams hot and cold at the moment. We don't know what we're going to get. Of course, on this one, Huesca need to win the most, 13-8 for the victory. They are your favourites, of course. 65 is your 4-1 is your long shots. That's Valencia. It's quite surprising that Huesca are your favourites on this one. A win for them in 17th. They will remain in 17th, and of course, they look like they'll be safe as houses, depending on what goes on. Of course, if Elche outscore them big time, and I don't think that happening, of course. But anyway, the opposition, Valencia, of course, all the way down 13th right now. Win for them, they can move up to 10th this season. 1-0 win for Huesca. Goodness gracious me, I don't know where I'm going with that one. I'm going with it. Next, of course, we have Osasuna up against Real Sociedad. Played to the last 6. 1 for Osasuna, 3 for Sociedad, and has been 2 draws. Last round in Osasuna was a 7-goal thriller going in favour of Sociedad. Mikel Olazabal, Porto, Martin Odegaard, and Alexander Isic on scoring for Sociedad. Andre Hernandez, Chivia Vila with a couple of goals as well, with Fancuno Roncalia getting himself sent off in a 7-goal Bobby Dazzler back in December 2019. They also played this season, of course, as Sociedad was a 1-1 draw back in Jan. Osasuna, though, conceded at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches. Osasuna have also won the last 3 home matches heading into this. However, just 1 win in the past 5 games for them, of course, heading into this. Sociedad winning twice in the past 4, so hot and cold kind of enter the season for Sociedad. Look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? Osasuna 92 for the victory, 53 on is your Sociedad, 65 is your draw. Sociedad in 5th, a win for them. They'll remain in 5th. As for Osasuna, they're in 11th, a win for them. They can move up to 9th, which will be a good old season if they get it. And I think they're going to get the win with the 2-1 win over Sociedad. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm going with it anyway. Picture of the last 6 is Real Madrid up against Villarreal. 2 wins for Real Madrid, nothing for Villarreal. 4 draws. Of course, last round at Madrid was a 2-1 win for Madrid back in July 2020. It's already confirmed. It looks like Zinedine Zidane is going to go somewhere else. Could he be off to Spurs? Could he be off to Juventus? Who bloody knows? Anyway, Benzema with a brace last round. Vincent Imbora and also on the score sheet for Villarreal in a 2-1 win for Madrid back in the day. They also played this season. Of course, in Villarreal was a 1-1 draw back in November. Madrid undefeated in the last 17 matches. Of course, heading into this, Villarreal scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches heading into this. Villarreal just 1 defeat the past 6. The 1 defeat was against Celta Vigo. Meanwhile, 1 defeat the past 6 for Real Madrid. That was against Chelsea in the Champions Ligos. Of course, look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this then? What do we have on this? I'm looking. I can't bloody find it. There it is. Real Madrid 5-2-1 for the victory. 4-1 is your draw. 6-1 is your long shots. That is Villarreal. Villarreal are in 7th. A win for them. They can move up to 6th. Sorry, 5th even. Of course, Real Madrid are 2nd. A win for them. They could go top with a win. They could go oh yeah, with a big fat win in the end. I think it's going to be a win, which will put the pressure on Atlético Madrid. We'll take a look at that one in a couple of seconds. Sevilla up against David Alavés. Let's get a look at this one. Then shall I play the last 6-4 for Sevilla. Nothing but Alavés. 2 draws. Last round, of course, in Sevilla was a 1-1 draw back in February 2020. Goals coming from Lucas Ocampos on the score with just Lou getting the goal for Alavés. They also played this season in Sevilla. It was a 2-1 win as well for Sevilla. Alavés, though, scoring at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches heading into this. Alavés just 1 defeat the past 6 games, of course, saving the form to the end. That 1 defeat was against Eibar. Meanwhile, just 1 win and 4 for Sevilla. That 1 win was against Valencia a couple of games back. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Sevilla all the way down in, of course, here. 2 2-1 on for the victory for Sevilla. 5-1 is your long shot. CD Alavés 10-3 is your draw. Sevilla are actually in 4th for win for them mathematically. They could nick it. They could nick 3rd. Of course, they'll be 4th no matter what. They've got the Champions League football secured for next season. Alavés, of course, all the way down to 15th right now. Win for them. They can move up to 14th. They'll be back next season as well. 3-1 for Sevilla to end it with a bang. Of course, here it is though. Valladolid up against Atlético Madrid. Will they fluff their lines? Of course, the players of the last 6 has been 5 wins to Atlético Madrid, 1 draw, nothing for Valladolid. Of course, last time around at Valladolid was a 0-0 draw. We don't want that. Of course, October 2019. They also finished this is in Madrid. It was a 2-0 win for Madrid back in December. Valladolid are failing to win the last 11 matches. Of course, Valladolid also conceded these 2 goals in the last 3 matches heading into this. Of course, have a look at this. Just 1 defeat in the past 6 games for Real Madrid. Atlético Madrid, that was against Bilbao. Meanwhile, 3 defeats on the spin for Valladolid. Smells like a title win, doesn't it, for Atlético Madrid? Just 1 goal scored in the past 3 games as well for Atletico, for Real Valladolid. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? We have Valladolid 6-1 for the victory, 11-4 on is your Atletico, 17-4 is your draw. Of course, Valladolid are in the relegation zone. They need the win just as much as the other teams down there. Win for them, they could go up to 17th. Of course, a draw, or probably more, would keep Atletico Madrid title winners. Of course, a win would definitely be champions. Of course, a draw, it might go down to snookers. We'll see how that. Going to go with a win though for Atletico Madrid. 3-0 win. Should be title winners at the end of this. And then wrap it up. It'll be Elche up against Bilbao. Picture the last 6-1 for Elche. 3 for Bilbao, 2 draws last round in Elche. Was a in the league. Also 3-2 win for Bilbao back in May 2015. Unge Gangse on the score with Mikel San Jose and Inaki Williams on score sheet for Bilbao. Jonathas getting a couple of goals there for Elche as well. They also picture this is in Bilbao's a 1-0 win back in Jan. Heading into this, just 1 win in the past 5 games for Bilbao. That was against Sevilla. 2 wins in the past 6 games for Elche. Have them believing that they might be able to get out of this as well. Elche coming into this 11-8 on the eye. Favourites 4-5. 40-5 is your draw. 50-4 is your Bilbao. Bilbao in 9th right now. Win for them. They can remain in 9th. As for Elche, they're in 18th. They're in the drop zone, but a win for them, they can get out of it at the expense of Huesca. Going to go with the 2-1 win for Bilbao, which will set the upper card. Looks like it upset the bookies as well. So 3-2-1 win in the end, and that's it, my boys. That's it. So be sure to get your picks in nice and early for it down below, and of course check out the links down in that description. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course the Discord is wide open. It should be on the screen as well right about now. It's free to enter. Get in amongst it. Start chatting amongst people as we of course head into the Euros. We're going to be looking at transfers. We're going to look at all kinds of stuff over on the Discord. Also, if you want to go that extra push, you could go in and become a member of the Patreon gang, which of course will give you access to exclusive content. I know the content hasn't been great since we launched the Patreon. There has been some occasional videos and bits and pieces, but we're going to revamp it. I'm going to spend a lot of time crunching the numbers and figuring it all out and giving a rebrand of the Patreon next season. So you could be part of that process as well, from as little or as much as you like. So make sure you check that sucker out. But anyway, also, of course, this is the final game of the season. We're going to do a recap of this match day amongst all the other leagues in a prediction league roundup video. That will be around about the first week of June. It'll definitely be before the Euros, so make sure you go check that out. So if you are, of course, we already know the winner here, but of course, if you want to just see who won the other leagues, give you an up-to-date look. Of course, we'll have the Champions League winners, the Europa League winners. All those guys will be revealed exclusively in that video. So yeah, check that all out. But until then, though, see you soon for the next one. Of course, we'll be back next season for La Liga. But who will be the champions? Who will be the defending champions in the prediction league and of course the actual league? Well, anyway, we'll take a look at that when we return. But until then, I'm out.